We're back with Mitch D'Olier, President and Chief Executive Officer of Kaneohe Ranch Company and the Harold K.L. Castle Foundation. You know, it seems like several of the people that we've interviewed, they do have this law background, but they eventually get into business or the CEO positions of these nonprofit organizations. Do you have any explanation on that?
Well, lawyers leading businesses is a phenomenon in America that's been happening for hundreds of years. A lot of times, and the most traditional way it happens in great big companies, is people from the law department work their way into the finance department, work their way into leading finance department, work their way into CEO positions. Now, why are lawyers leaders? You know, we learn to talk, we learn to organize our thoughts, and is it a world controlled by laws that we live in? Yes, it is. I tell people younger than you guys that a law degree is an unfair advantage for life. I mean, take away my Hawaiian Airlines experience, I could go to the counter and read the ticket and tell you what it means. You know, I can work my way through the myriad of contractual stuff that I'm presented with. I've spent my life negotiating things, so that it gives you a skill set that can take people into leadership. I mean, political figures, many of them are lawyers for the same reason. Society of laws, learn how to present your thoughts, learn how to communicate.
What would you say to young business leaders or aspiring young business leaders on how to make that progression up the food chain?
I mean, the first thing that you need to deal with the progression is a place in the chain. So that means you need to hone your skill in something and be good enough at it so you be noticed. So whatever you're doing, you got to do it really, really well. That's the starting point. You need to have a skill where you're noticed. Second thing is work for people and take advantage of the opportunity to work for people that can teach you things. Been blessed throughout my entire career by being around wonderful people in Hawaii that shared their knowledge with me and made me better. And so take the jobs where you can learn and grow that skill set. Follow your passion. If you don't love what you're doing, you probably need to be thinking about, should I have another job or not? Now, it's hard to leave jobs because family, friends, everybody else have expectations for you, but only you are going to know what you're passionate about. And, you know, I try to tell my younger friends that follow your passions. And the hardest thing is like, well, you know, some of the times I get these blank looks like, what are my passions? Right. And that's kind of a get to know yourself kind of thing. And you really need to be evaluating what you like doing. I love doing things with other people. I love competing. I love doing work that involves physical things like buildings and destiny. I mean, it's been an unbelievable joy to work on the transformation of Oahe Street and Kaka'ako that came out in the way it did. And I can remember, like, it all started, we renovated the Sports Authority store, and could we have done things better with that? Yeah, we could have. But we did it, and then it became a financial success. And it was very satisfying to drive down Oahe Street and up Ward Avenue toward H1 every night, looking at the lights on at Sports Authority, seeing the parking lot full, and seeing all kinds of people in there in a place where nobody was before. And so that involvement in a physical project, that involvement in real estate that way, was surprised me that I had a passion for it as much as I did. I didn't realize that I would be that as passionate about it as I was. I understood it as a great opportunity when I started, but it was like, whew, I wish I'd have known that about myself before. I might have done this sooner. And so really evaluate yourself and try to know yourself well enough to understand what your passions are. So build a skill, work for people that can teach you something, follow your passions.
So where does passion play a role in your life?
I don't do anything that I'm not passionate about now. And if I said Crusader Rabbit, you guys wouldn't know what I was talking about. There was a TV show called Crusader Rabbit. There's this little bunny who's like a little superhero, and he did the right thing at the right time and tried to make the world better. I'm like a little bit of Crusader Rabbit inside me. I have to make my job a cause. At Ward, it was like, how do I create a destination for the community and do the right thing for all of us, a place where we can all go, a place where we could walk around at night, enjoy ourselves, and then compete with this big behemoth. Because it's like there was General Growth Properties is like a monster. I'm this little thing in Kakako that's not a blip on the national radar screen. How do I even do that? But it was like a big cause for me. And was it fun? Oh yes, wow, it's really fun. And I think when I'm passionate about something, my enthusiasm comes through, and I'm having fun, and I'm way harder to compete with. In fact, anybody is way harder to compete with when they're having fun. Because it's like you look over, there's this group of people having fun. It's like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. They keep looking across the desert. It's like, who are those guys? Well, if those guys are having fun, it's like really hard.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more on Greater Good Radio.